create an effect like this inside Webflow, you can simply copy and paste your HTML with the Webflow Converter. Let me show you how. The Code to Webflow Converter tool lets you take any HTML, convert it, and then paste it directly into Webflow's designer, meaning you no longer have to rebuild all that HTML. For example, I found this really cool 3D card effect on CodePen created by Carlos. I really like it. I think it's really well done, Carlos. I want to add this to my Webflow project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and along with a prompt, I'm going to paste it into anti-gravity and get a standalone HTML file. For example, I'm going to give it this prompt. I'm going to give you some markup CSS and JavaScript. As for a single card that has the 3D hover effect, I would like for you to take this and in a standalone HTML file, I found that's kind of key and makes this a lot easier. Give me 2 more cards with different content next to the first one. So there are 3 in a row. You could probably write a better prompt, but this does the job. So along with this prompt, I copy and paste the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, hit run, and then it gives me the standalone HTML. So I'll simply copy it to my clipboard. I'll go to a Webflow Converter. I'm going to paste the raw HTML into the text area. I'm going to scroll down, click Convert to Webflow, and now it's ready. It's just that fast. I'm going to click Copy Converted HTML. Then I'm going to go to my Webflow build. Within the navigator, I'm going to find the container or the div of where I want to paste this HTML, where I want it to live. And I'm simply going to hit Command V and it pastes in. I'm going to go back and copy my extracted CSS, go to Webflow. You can add this to the page settings. You can add the CSS inside the head tag and the JavaScript to the body tag. But what I like to do is add this as a code embed. So I'm going to add the CSS, save and close. You don't need to rename this, but I'm going to rename this to card CSS. I'm going to go to copy my JavaScript. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add another code embed, add in the JavaScript, save and close, rename that to card.js, and I'm going to preview it. And it's working. What's really neat about this tool is it takes the CSS and it adds it into your designer. It adds all the features, or it adds all the settings so you can edit them. One thing this tool doesn't do is it will not add media, and it will not add SVGs. So if you have an SVG in your code, it will strip out the SVG code and just add an empty div or span. You'll need to go and manually copy and paste that SVG into the file or as a code embed. The second thing it won't do, it also won't upload any other media files. So if it detects a background URL, it's going to take that URL and put it into the extracted CSS. So you'll see that these 3 cards have a background image. If I wanted to change those, I'll simply delete these from the extracted CSS, save and close, they disappear, and I'll go and add these in manually. So 3D card 1, I want to give that a background image of, let's use the forest. For deep woods, let's add another background image. Let's choose this one. And for high peaks, let's choose another one. What's really cool about this effect is since it's native, I can now treat this as normal Webflow elements because that's what it is. So let's say instead of 3 cards, I want 6. So let's duplicate the row. But there's too much spacing. So 3D cards, let's get rid of the min height. Let's go to auto. And I don't like the margin spacing between these two, so let's change the margin to, let's go to 20. Tighten that up. Let's go preview. That's working great. Now let's say you run into a problem. When I was building this, up until I got it to this point, I would run into problems when pasting into Webflow. Sometimes Webflow would crash for an unexpected reason. Sometimes nothing would paste in at all. Sometimes things were missing. So during development, I created this little section called the bug report generator. What this would let me do is it would let me work with my AI tool. I was using anti-gravity to debug and figure out where the problem was. And I would get it stable. Then I would come across a new use case. And, well, bugs show up, right? It's the nature of it. This tool is completely free to use. It's free to download, twist it, bend it, bake it into whatever you want. It's yours. The bug generator will help you push this tool even further. What you can do with how this works for the bug generator, if you run into problems with Webflow, what you can do is take your copy converted HTML, paste it into this paste Webflow's version. This will give you the JSON. Then you'd go to Webflow, open your console, look for any of the errors, copy that error log, paste it into right here underneath console errors. Click generate a copy bug report. That data is now in your clipboard. You can use it, paste it into whatever tool you're using, Claude, Codex, Anti-Gravity, whatever it is. And now you can start debugging what is going wrong with Webflow. If you do find any bugs, feel free to comment or fork the repo or whatever. I'd love to keep this open source for the whole community. Excited to see what everybody does with it.